diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. Jet, we Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. We Ric Flairin' on it, flaring on it. The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying.
Scotty on the mic, pen scribbling plays. Zio in the zone, calling highlights and waves. Saturday night, late vibes, we staying awake. HBCU legends, every move they make. Gridiron dreams, under lights they gleam. Crowd roars electric, you can feel the beam. Past clashing, 808 stomping, marching bands hitting, stadium jumping. Late Readz, catch the plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games, analysis deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Late Readz, catch the plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games, analysis deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Drum major stepping, the rhythm don't miss. Halftime show, crowd moving like this. Zio got the stats, Scotty got the flow. Dropping gems and heat like a trap maestro. Running backs dashing, quarterbacks flashing. HBCU pride, the passion everlasting. Shimmering keys, late night haze. Gator shrimp pass, drift through the maze. Games on the screen, stories untold. Legends in the making, the future unfolds. Late Readz, get your plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games, analysis deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed. Late Readz, get your plays, don't sleep. Breaking down the games, analysis deep. Late Readz, where the culture meets the beat. Every highlight, every heart, every feed.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty back with another one, man. Hope you all are having a wonderful Friday, man. Listen, it's Friday. Make sure you're enjoying your day. And it's been a wildly entertaining day. And we're going to get into it all. You know what it is. Got to give it up for my brother from another. Give it up for my boy, Zo Phillips. And you're muted.
What's happening?
What's goody?
We got a lot to get into, dog.
A lot to get into.
It's a big weekend.
It is a big weekend.
Big weekend, dog.
It's big weekends, and people who have homecoming games that don't want to schedule real opponents, you get special guests like KJ Blake.
This man came here with the purple lights, man.
Guys, and you're muted, sir. Yeah. He got the purple. I didn't even see the purple.
Man came with the purple lights, man.
I just had to let you know what it is. I know y'all on the east. Though, but just so y'all look to the west a little bit, you see that purple coming. I just had to let you know. You know what I mean?
Why do you have purple? Why do you have purple lights?
Man, you better tell me you're a big Prince fan. That's all I know.
No, actually, I'm not.
Got nothing but Prairie View purple.
Homecoming, man. Gotta do it right.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot of this. Your coach had a very important message.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Had a very important message and it went something like this.
PV Nation, happy homecoming.
That's you. PV Nation, that's you.
I got an issue. My issue is I just talked to Josh, our ticket guy, and he told me that the game isn't sold out.
What?
And I just can't understand why the football game for homecoming at Prairie View A&M is not sold out. I understand that you might not be used to filling up Panther Stadium and all the alums coming back. You used to be at another deal and it just wasn't that many people. Well, now we have Panther Stadium. Now we have different things going on in the football program. So we need the game to be sold out. If the game ain't sold out, why would you even come back here? Homecoming is about having a good time for the game. There's no line. Where's the line? Wow. There was a line out here when we went to the Cotton Bowl. Where is the line? There's no line. Get me a line. Tailgating sold out, parking sold out, RV parking sold out. Get me a line. I want to see people in the game, stay the game, stay till after halftime, past halftime, after the band. Make sure you support this Panther football team.
You see me shaking my head? Yeah. You see
Where's the line, KJ?
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I'm glad he said it. And if you ask a lot of Panther Nation, they will probably agree with that. We talk a big game, but we got to show up. Point blank, period.
Now,
and he also says, if you've been following him, which I know you have, Scotty, we got to earn the right. So he's earning that right that we need to show up and support PV Nation, period. That's what we need to do. So I don't mind. I'm glad he said it.
The 12 fans, they listen.
We need to start multiplying. We're 4-0 in the SWAC right now. It's time to multiply. Hey, that's what happened in 2009. When I first got there, we wasn't there. We wasn't winning. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't a big showing. But as we continue to win that season, it started filling up. So we got to do the same thing. It's time to multiply.
Period. Zo, does your head coach got to make a public service announcement to get fans to homecoming?
Not for homecoming, dog.
Hey, let me throw this out there too. There is a real serious weather alert as well now. Let's not.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right. It's flooding and all type of. Listen,
let's not act like it ain't. But
yeah,
but I'm glad he said it though.
It is. I want to break this down as well because I saw this on Twitter. People Hernandez, Peoples. My name is Peoples because I take care of my peoples. All right. He says, Coach, I know this is your first HOCO, which is homecoming, at Prairie View, but most alumni never know who we play, nor do we really care. We're there for the family reunion aspect and to be drunk on our ass at tailgate. We get 1 weekend out the year to do our big one, and the game isn't in the plan. We rooting for y'all, though. Now, if if this isn't the biggest, and listen what he says at the bottom. He said, I cut it off. In the section, he says that's the problem. Come to the game. Like underneath, he replies to this person and says, that's the problem. Come to the game. And again, I keep saying this. HBCU football, 9 times out of 10, is not about the football. It's about everything that surrounds the game, which you wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for the game. Ain't nobody tailgating for basketball. Ain't nobody tailgating for field hockey. Ain't nobody tailgating for track. Come on, man. Listen, as much as, you know, I know how many fans you got. Coach don't know how many fans you got, but I know how many fans you got. So I'm not shocked or appalled at any.
Word on the street is you the newest fan though, so we should say 13, right?
I'm a Tremaine Jackson fan.
What color he wear?
Whatever Tremaine Jackson decides to wear on the day of.
All right.
I'm a Tremaine Jackson fan.
Well, welcome then. Welcome.
I hope the best for him in all his endeavors, because I think there needs to be more coaches like Tremaine in the SWAC that have that bravado, that stick their chest out. And again, what I had a real problem was, and I'll give it to you after this, though. What I had a real problem is people took his confidence in what he could do for his team and made it seem like he was talking trash to the league, which I never felt that was the case. He's like, hey, I have an expectation of myself. This is what my team's going to look like and be. And he's backed that up even with the weak West. What you guys know?
I mean, I agree, man. It's just, to me, okay, I'll be open-minded here. If you want to change the culture, we can't fault him for doing it, because he's putting his best foot forward to try to change the culture, to drum up something to get fans there. So I can appreciate that, because guess what? We can all take a different approach. Say, hey, when you're there, at least try to do something. So again, he's doing that. Now, it changes for me when I get a response from any alum that says that in an open space, because what that tells me is how you do anything is how you do everything. And I know that doesn't sum up everybody at Prairie View, but that's going to be perceived like that's the thought of everybody at Prairie View. Right. And that right there is an indictment for any school. I don't care who it is. I could take Prairie View away. If it was somebody from FAMU, Southern, to Jackson State, that's a horrible thing to put out there in the atmosphere, like basically saying we don't give a damn about the game. We're going to do our big one. And I literally got a coach with a video that's fighting against that.
Yeah.
That's not a good look.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Now, KJ, can we just I mean, you are off script. Can we just keep it a buck?
No, don't start, Scotty.
Lincoln, this is what we doing.
Can I ask a question? When was that game booked, though? Serious question, because I don't know.
Probably like a year or 2 years ago. And listen, the fact that it's booked, though. See, nobody talks about the fact that somebody said, you know what? I think this will be a really good game. The school that has no NCAA affiliation at all should be our homecoming game.
You said 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
How long has AD Golf been there?
A year.
All right.
Believe. No, I'm not.
It's not good. I agree. It's not good.
But KJ, I got
hold on. You've seen the transformation we made as a department. You see who our AD is now. Big time football guy. He's standing on business about football. You see our head coach is standing on business about football. It's going to change. We just got to get there. Just give us some time.
I'm going to say this. I agree with everything you said. That's still on the gate that he could have called and got out of that game.
He could have. But as you've been seeing, we've had some turnover. We've had some things going on in the department. So, I mean, I'm sure that was on the bottom of the things that he was trying to get done in his, first 18 months. On the
what I'm hearing,
let me get this Lincoln game off of
here. What I'm hearing the great PV say, this is the great PV. I'm hearing him say we shouldn't see no more Lincolns.
I don't want to see no more Lincoln. I put it out there. I don't want to see no more Lincoln.
How great of a game, because honestly, and I think Jackson did it. Listen, now I'm not telling everybody to be Jackson, because the schedule of Alabama State for your homecoming is shaky business. Okay, it's shaky business.
It's low key a flex on the cool. Giving y'all respect. It's low key. When you're at the top of the mountain, you're like, I really don't matter. Who y'all want? Bama State? That's cool.
All right, let's make it happen, right? But I would like to see a SWAC opponent, if it's a Valley, if it's a UAP. Give me a SWAC opponent. You know what I'm saying? Make it a SWAC game to make it even more interesting. It could be a lower level SWAC game. It's okay. They D1. They put their pants on just like you, and it's a good game. But to come out here and just come on, I'm tired of seeing the VULs. I'm tired of seeing the Lincolns. I'm tired of seeing these Bamas. We got to do better. Listen, I'll take a Valdosta for homecoming. I love to see him bring his old team back to Prairie. I love to see that.
But and Scotty too, that game, Lincoln, they're replacing the game.
Facts. Yeah, they are.
They were playing North American.
Yeah, they were. He's right.
Oh my God. You can't get no worse than that. All right, let's keep it on the PV stuff. Because Said specifically told me to send this to you. He specifically made me, he said, Scotty, I'm sending you these graphics so you can tell Zoe he can eat it. He literally put that to me in the Instagram message. SWAC defense by the numbers, #1 pass defense, #1 total defense, in second and third down defense, and in FCS, 5th in pass defense, 13 in pass efficiency defense, and 19 in total defense. He said, I come bearing receipts. That's what he told me. So
I love technology. Go ahead, KJ. I'm gonna give you the floor because I'm doing something right now. I love technology.
Why you digging? Just respond. You don't want to respond right now?
I'm responding. I'm responding.
All right. I'll do a quick one. First of all, those are great numbers. Bottom line, they're great numbers. And I know where Zoe's going to go. I know where this is going to go. He kind of preluded this last week. We can only play who's on our schedules, though. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We are handling business. We play our style of football. We run the ball. We play defense. That's who we are. And these numbers let you know who we are.
Listen.
We get to the Alabama schools, we get to them. We'll see what it look like. But you have to give T-Jack and his crew credit. Coming in first year, trying to set the culture, trying to set who we're going to be. We know who they are. Their first game, I went to the first game. I was trying to figure out who we were. As these games are going on, you've seen his identity, what he wants his team to look like. You've seen this is who we're going to be. This is how we win games. We stop the opponent, we control the clock, and we try to keep the game under 30, 40 points.
I'm gonna leave the last word to you. So I'm gonna say this. I think the thing that I've always given credit, and I've talked to KJ offline, I just like the growth from week to week. That to me is the most important thing when I'm watching the team is growth from week to week, especially from a first-year head coach in the Division I at Prairie View. T-Jack is doing a great job by week to week figuring it out. Now you can say whatever. Listen, guys, y'all can say he barely beat an all-corn team. Listen. I'll be the first one to tell you the West is bad. My mama said it. Perry mama said it. Everybody mama done said it. The West is bad, okay? No matter what your mama say, because your mama's right. The West is bad. But you do what you have to do to, one, survive and move on, and to get better week to week. But, Zoe, the final word is on you, sir.
So here's my point. Here's the thing. The numbers don't tell the whole truth because, like, I would say the numbers are all fluff. But to your point, I love what you said, Scotty. So if I'm a Prairie View alum, this is what I say. Here's where we are defensively right now. Guess what? We're 4-0 in the West. We are what you are, what your record says you are. We can't dispute that, right? But the thing is, those numbers don't tell the whole truth. You are there right now. But that's okay to say that. It's a whole different thing to go around saying, we got the best defense in the SWAC. See, that's when you lose me. That's when you lose me. So you can say these are our numbers. You're right. The numbers are what they are. I like how you put it, KJ. And I will say the same thing. Here's what the numbers are. We got that thing called context. But then see, it's one thing to say these are what the numbers are. Hey, first year coach, brand new program, 4-0 the division. I like where you're sitting. If you're saying that, I can't dispute that. I can roll with that. But when you turn the knob and say, "Oh, we got the best defense in the SWAC," that's when you lose me. See, that's when it becomes bull jive. You know it, and I know it. Because that's when I say, "Oh, it's fluff." It's fluff for real.
Can I tell y'all a quote that my head coach right now? He says it all the time.
Go ahead.
And it's PV Nation. Stay with me right now. When we say in the Atlanta Falcon building, stats are for losers. We don't care what the numbers say. It's about what the eye test says. It's about what I see on the tape. So right now, if you watch our tape defensively, are we a good defense? Yeah, absolutely. But we have to continue to show that because it's going to be better opponents down the line. So right now we're doing our thing. Can we keep doing it? Can we keep doing it?
Stats are for losers. I like that. Shout out to Raheem.
KJ, you sound so sensible. I can't dispute nothing that you said. I can't dispute nothing that you just said.
I'm going to rock purple, Zoe. I'm going to rock purple, but I'm also be honest.
KJ, but here's the thing. I don't take issue with anybody. Hear me good. I don't take issue with anybody from Prairie View saying what you just said. It's truthful. You are right where you are right now. But then when you finish it, and you come after that with, we got the best defense in the SWAC. That's what I'm like. You were doing so good till you got to the end. You were doing so good till you got to the end. That part there, nah.
I mean, listen. Again, they're making points, but you guys did go against the best quarterback in the SWAC, which I've been telling KJ Black for the last 3 years. But
hey, why you bringing up old stuff?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I've been telling that for 3 years. He didn't believe me. But but again, it's the competition. Perfectly when the Alabama schools come to town. We will see what it looks like against the Alabama schools. That's really what it comes down to, because there's no other quarterbacks that are really that volatile that you're like, oh man.
Who was Black Gookin talking about Andrew gonna put up 500 yards passing? Calm down, sir. Calm down, sir. Anybody just say crazy stuff right now. Calm down, sir. That's what we're not gonna do.
Oh, he might do 500 total though. He might do that. 300 passing, about 200 running,
I would have said something, but you see what's all over Sports Center right now. I gotta watch what I'm saying right now.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because we were going. That is the next topic at hand. It has been getting the waves. It actually took me viral on Twitter, and I really appreciate it. Shout out to you, Cam. Today, First Take was at Legion Field for the Magic City Classic, and it was a straight spectacle.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when he hit him with that, it's okay. Hey, listen, he brought that Jake from North Carolina. Now, context, because I watched this live. I was watching it live and my jaw straight hit the ground. So what happened was this. The mascots raced, and Cam was rooting for Alabama State, and Ryan Clark was rooting for Alabama A&M. And Alabama State mascot won. So when Cam Newton went over to celebrate with him, the A&M mascot came over and knocked Cam Newton's hat off his head. So that's why you see him picking up his hat off the ground, right? He already got it in his hand. That's why you see him, and then he turns around and he does what he does. Like, you don't see that part of the clip. But yeah, so he's celebrating with the Alabama State mascot, flips his hat on the ground, he picks his hat up, drops his hat again, as you see. He kicks it. I thought they were playing. I really thought it was a joke. I ain't gonna lie to you. Until Cam did this, that's when I knew it was serious. I said, oh yeah, he mad. Oh, he big mad. And he hit him with the watch out, quit playing me. And if you watch the clip even further, Ryan Clark gets his arm around the Bulldog and walks him and says, hey, we good. And takes him off the side of the channel. I know you guys have seen it on Twitter. What were your thoughts when you saw it?
It was comical to me, because I was gonna say, man, Cam don't have a temperament for that, man. Like, seriously, he got pissed because, I mean, literally, this shows you couldn't went to no HBCU. I don't care because your dad and your brother went there. You couldn't went to no HBCU, dog. If you that wet because your hat got knocked off your head, he would have made it, dog. He wouldn't have made it, bro.
He wouldn't have made it.
He wouldn't have made it, dog. If that right there got him that wet, and he literally almost like an old school bicycle punch. He came so far back, want to hit him. Hey man, I'm for real. Don't hit me. Don't touch me no more. No, dog. He would have made no HBCU, dog.
So it was almost like he almost forgot where he was, because he kind of did it like he really didn't want to. He's like, man, forget it, man. I'm gonna just unload. Scotty, I was at work doing what I usually do during the week.
Yeah.
And I had the screen on, and DJ Williams, our quarterback coach, Doug Williams' son, is our quarterback coach. He came to me and said, "Hey, man, they got the Magic City Classic on first take." So that's the first thing I put it on. All I see is Cam running because I guess his representative won the race or whatever. And he's in the background like 2 seconds later, cocking his hand back. And then you hear him say, "Nah, for real, for real." I was like, "Oh, so now he's serious."
Yeah.
So, it's. I agree with you, so I don't know if he could have handled our environment like that, because little stuff like that happens all the time. You get tried all the time, so I know. To his credit, he kept his cool. He was able to do the next segment, things like that. Shout out, like you said, Ryan Clark. He did a good job of diffusing the situation. But it was almost like the Bulldog mascot tried to like be cool with him and try to tap him on the shoulder, like, "No, we good."
It was a joke. It can't win for it. And somebody put on Twitter, it was like as quick as it came, the quick as it came, the quick it will go. Like the situation is like, this is why you don't go to HBCUs. But I think this is a bad representation, right? Because again, it's real, but it's a bad representation because it's like, bro, we all just having fun. We out here just kicking it, having a good time. You root. This is a rivalry game. See, this is my thing. If this was Auburn and Alabama, he would understand the hostility, but he doesn't understand the rivalry between Alabama State and Alabama A&M. So when you celebrating with the Alabama State mascot, bro, what you think I'm supposed to do? I don't want to see that. So that's how you get the knock off the hat or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't think Cam understood the level of intensity for the rivalry, what it is. Because to me, if you do this if he's at Southern and Jackson, that's 10 times worse because they really don't like each other.
I tell you one thing. I know one mascot that would have tried to give Cam his issue. It's well known, documented.
He got them hands, right?
Hey, that Bulldog brave though. Cam is all of 6'5" now. He ain't no good dude.
Solid.
I'm all of 6'3", and when I met Cam, I'm looking up at him. So I don't know. He brave for that. Shout out to him.
No, he ain't. The sun ain't waving. They wouldn't care. They got plenty cushion. They coming.
Why you freeze it right?
The fact that he kept his mascot, like he kept it on the whole time is a look at that.
They made the bull, y'all hit that. You.
Oh man, listen! Shout out to Kevin on Stage, man. He retweeted that thing. He retweeted my post on Twitter, man. That was fun. I had a good time with that, and it was a good time, man. I had some fun with that. All right, real quick, guys. Got a new segment. Got a special guest. Talking some Q&A HBCU football class 301. Okay, we not 101, not 201. We in the junior senior. We like to get up out of here, right? KJ, you've seen a lot of football. Seen a lot of football at all different types of levels, right? You're widely considered for a head coaching job at every job that comes available. In your personal opinion, from 2009 to where we at currently stand, what is your biggest gripe against HBCU football and how it can get better?
That's a loaded question. We can go a bunch of different directions with that. But I'm gonna stick to the field. I hate the lack of creativity, the lack of evolution, especially on the offensive side of football. I think I've told you this before. Mm-hmm. If you look around the National Football League, if you look around, the Power 4 conferences, G5, you can see how offensive have evolved, right? You can see how it's not just inside zone bubble. It's not just, 4 verticals. Defenses are getting better. You can see the defense is evolving. You can see, case in point, Tremaine Jackson's defense is not a typical SWAC defense from a structure standpoint. Like they don't just align 4 down, 2 backers, 2 overhangs and a single high safety. They give you a bunch of different presentations, and it's your job as an offense to handle that and have answers for all the different crap that he's going to throw at you. But offensively, I just repeatedly over and over see the same thing, and it bothers me to the point, and I'm glad you brought this up. I talked to 2 head coaches in the offseason about something I was trying to put together. I wanted to do like a SWAC coaches conference where we all come together. I invite some NFL coaches with HBCU ties, or maybe they don't have HBCU ties. And it's closed door. It's no, like, this is not for publicity. This is for the evolution of our game.
That's good.
And allow them, because I've had 2 head coaches tell me on the phone this past summer, man, I just hate that my offensive staff is content with where we are and doesn't want to try to push the envelope offensively and do something different. That we're just, that they're uncomfortable with trying, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, they only want to run what they know rather than seeking information and trying something new that can maybe possibly make us better. So, that was something that I was looking to put together. I know me and DJ Williams, again, our quarterback coach for the Falcons, we talked about doing something like that, especially with his dad and his ties, being able to put stuff together. So I know they do a quarterback deal, but I'm trying to do something specifically for the coaches. Because, again, that would have been something with me when I was a coach in the SWAC. I would have loved, we got a bunch of NFL guys that's going to close the door and really give me not just drawing it up on the board, but I can get the tape, I can get the whys, I can get the answers, I can get what it's not great against. Like, I can really figure out, is this what we can run at our level?
Yeah. And
then I can spend time with that coach and he could break it down for me. That would have been awesome. So something that, again, hopefully I can put that together. Nobody steal my idea. If y'all steal my idea, this is documented. So y'all know.
It's on wax. I keep everything.
But just hearing that from 2 different head coaches in the SWAC really just, further proved my point that we have to do better in terms of seeking information and putting a better product on the field schematically to give our guys a chance to make plays.
Is it? Go ahead. Go.
No, I was going to say that it's cool to hear that and I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack with what I'm about to say, but right now, and I love data. So if you actually go back now, it's 2025. So let's go from, I'm not going to say 2020 because that was the spring season, the COVID year, but let's just go from 2021 to now, year 2025. It's 4 full seasons, right? Coach Prime came in, and it's safe to say, I think we all can agree, there was an influx in talent in the SWAC during these 4 years on every team, right? In comparison to what it was the previous 4 years beforehand. All right. Now, the one thing that I like to hear with you doing this is now, if you go with the data, the talent is in the SWAC. We know when it comes to the Power 4 and the upper echelon FBS programs, the difference is depth, but also quality depth, but also in the trenches. If you take that outlier out, the SWAC has already shown, or HBCUs have shown, you have running backs, you have receivers, you have tight ends, you have linebackers, you have DBs, cornerbacks, and safeties. We have those in great number because in the past 4 years, you've seen quite a few players on good teams and even horrible teams go up to level and perform really, really, really well. Now, granted, you may have a team, and this is not a shot at anybody, but I'm going to take UAPB for an example. They may not have a winning record, but they've shown they still have talent on that team. If you have all this talent that's moving up, what?
Did he just freeze, or is that me? No, it is.
And I ain't I froze. But and so you see.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
I was like, am I tripping?
If you went through that whole soliloquy, you was like,
yeah, bro. That was a great lead up.
So I was going to say that we see that there's players in the conference, but what you're starting to see, if we have the talent in the conference, what you're basically starting to see is there is a description with regards to the coaching. Mm-hmm. And so to the point about you want to do that, what do you think it's going to take from a coaching standpoint? What do you think the disconnect is? Because the talent's there. No, it may not be an overabundance on every team, some team more than others, but still, Valley, for example, if you go look at their roster the past 2 years, Valley has had quite a few players to leave and go to other places and play. Mm-hmm. You know, you look at, for example, a Quincy Ivory, who was backup quarterback at Valley, leave, go to Florida, one of the best defensive players in the conference. He was on a bad Valley team, out of position, I might add. So my thing is, the players are there in this conference. We have them. You take a receiver at a UAPB, led the conference, but yet he's over in Oklahoma. I mean, I can name over and over and over again every year. What is the disconnect, you think, from a coaching standpoint as to why you're not seeing the results from team to team?
I think it goes back to what I just kind of said. Like, we have to, as coaches, seek information. I can't just run what I run. I can't just run what I was taught, nor can I just run what I see other SWAC teams doing. I got to find out who's the best at it in the country try to get in contact with, which is another issue I'll get to in a second, try to get in contact with those coaches and find out, does it fit? Because that's a real question as well. Does it fit my personnel, to your point, Zoe? Right? I can't just run wide zone if I got a bunch of big 350-pound linemen. Like, well, I can't do that. But there are schemes that I can run that give me a chance and a mix-up for the defense, something else they have to prepare for so that we can be more successful on Saturday. Now, and to the point I just previously mentioned, as I was in the SWAC again, so this was 2021, I think was my last year at FAM. And it's kind of still going on a little bit, but just the carousel of coaches going around the conference also kind of hurts that. Like, we have to look outward and find other coaches to bring into our conference, because there are a lot of good football coaches in the country. White, black, orange, green, don't matter. There's a lot of good ones that can come in and make us better, right? Just because it's SWAC good doesn't mean it's nationally good. Yeah. We have to seek the best, not just the best within our circle, our bubble. So I think that's a part of it too.
What's an offense that you would like to see ran in your offensive guy, former quarterback? What is something like you like, man, if I was playing right now, I would want to see this. If somebody wanted to get KJ Black in their program with all, because now it's back in 09. Now,
you're saying as if I was a quarterback?
Yeah, if you was a quarterback and you were in the SWAC, what would you like to run? Like, you would like to run?
I would want to run an NFL system, a system to where if a scout came in and sat down with me, because this happened when I was at the PV in 2009. I went in there. It was the New York Jets, matter of fact. So I went in there. He was in our conference room. I went and sat down. And the first thing he said was, you do a lot of good things on tape. A lot of the stuff I see us running on Sundays. And the reason that was, our offensive coordinator did multiple internships with the Minnesota Vikings. He did another one with the Redskins, where he's bringing information back and putting it in our offense to fit us. So we weren't like spread out as 2009. So, it was just kind of getting going, the spread bubble thing. We were more NFL. I did some under center. I did a bunch of play action pass. I did some, 7-step draw. I did all that stuff. And all that was relatable to him, which then, hey, he's 72% completion, running some stuff that I can visually see us running on Sunday, and they're running it now. So I know I can see him easily fit what I'm doing. So as a quarterback coming into the SWAC, that's what I would look for. Which offense is running something that I can, number one, fits me. Because if I'm a runner and I'm not a thrower, I don't need to be throwing the ball like that. But it fits me, but also it's something that can help propel me to the next level. Because, again, these scouts, these GMs, they're looking at it saying, hey, this guy right here makes plays and he makes NFL throws routinely. I'm looking for an offense that fits me like that can help propel me in that way.
Help some of the viewers, when you say an NFL style offense, what does that include? Is it because we don't see a lot of NFL quarterbacks going to center like we used to? You know what I'm saying? I remember in the Super Bowl, Andy Reid, when they beat the Eagles that year, the not this year, but the year they beat the Eagles, Andy Reid did a lot of under center, a lot of wing back stuff, a lot of stuff you just split back. He did a lot of split back, like stuff you just don't see in the NFL ran anymore. But what are some of the schemes and some things that you would like to be seeing when you say an NFL system or style? What does that look like? Just
one, you don't have to necessarily just be under center. I think if you look at the NFL game, a lot of it is 60-70% in the gun or the pistol. If you watch the Falcons win the pistol 70% of the time. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just under center. So I just want to kind of dispel that. But from a passing standpoint, you don't see a lot of mirror concepts in the NFL where it's, hey, let's pick a side, play a side. If it ain't there, run. The ability at the line of scrimmage to change protections, to get to different plays, to get, I would say, to see guys progress into their third and fourth and see West Coast style concepts. And I don't want to get, because I know we got a
timing.
It could be timing, rhythm, passing, where I'm hitting my third step in the gun and I'm throwing a 15-yard out, or I'm anticipating throws over the middle, 15, 20 yards between the hashes. Like, those are NFL throws, not where I'm sitting in there and I'm throwing smashes. I'm throwing 4 verticals 8 times. I'm throwing a bunch of bubbles and I got 80% completion. Well, I threw 10 bubbles and 12 screens. Like, that's not NFL style football. Can you progress? How fast can you say no to your first read? Can you stay calm under duress, under that controlled chaos that's in the pocket? Can you play that way? That's what NFL teams are looking for.
All right. So, any other questions you got?
No, you pretty much hit. I was about to echo KJ and say, you know, believe it or not, seeing more quarterbacks in the conference step up in the pocket, hit your third option. You know, that's a huge thing too that we don't see a whole lot of.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I'm just tired of seeing the inside.
And this, I think, Scott, we've talked about this too. All completions are not created equal.
Oh,
yes, sir.
No, they are not.
Yes,
You see 24-32, like, oh man, he balling, and you watch the tape and the ball behind him, he wide open. Caught a deflected pass for a touchdown.
What am I supposed to do with that?
That's go back to what my coach says. Stats for losers.
That's for losers. Eye test. Take the eye test with you. I mean, but you know, I think the toughest, the frustrating thing is that when there is something that everybody does, then everybody runs with it, and then they wait to the next innovation, and then they're like, oh, then we'll just do that, right? And
like mesh. Jesus.
You know, like it's just like, come on, man. And if anybody doesn't understand mirror concepts, if you don't, it's where you do the same thing on both sides. That's a mirror concept. So if it's an out and a go, both sides are out and goes. Where usually you would have a maybe like if you have a front side read and you have a backside drag or a backside post, or you know, something that puts other people in conflict as well, and not just the same thing on both sides. All right, let's get into this week. Let's get into these weeks matchup. Zoe's picks for the weeks. Wow, PV over Lincoln. I love it.
Calm down.
Woo! Man, that was a tough one. That was a hard one. Hey, Zoe, I didn't know if we was going. I didn't know you was gonna go which way you was gonna go.
Hey man, look, I flipped the coin on it now.
You got Alcorn over Valley. You got Bethune over UAPB. Bama State over A&M. FAMU over Southern. Jackson State over Grambling. Oh, my bad. Got to flip that one. Dell State over NCCU. My bad. South Carolina State over Norfolk, and Morgan over Howard. His locks. What's your slogan? Zoe?
Hey, if I tell you I'm gonna pull a wagon, don't ask me no questions. You better hook his ass up.
Look, he said, go ahead and take that to the bank. Take these to the bank. All right. He has Valley over Alcorn and Jackson State over Grambling. I think everybody and their mama got Jackson State over Grambling.
But listen, I know we're on this graphic right here, but I got to pull a not so fast on one of my picks because you know I told you we got.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Always trying to jump the gun, man.
Okay.
All right, we got some keys to the game matchups. First one, Zoe.
I gotta pull a not so fast, my friend. Look, earlier I was like, yeah, Scott, I got FAMU in this. Not so fast, my friend. We're gonna do a reverse. Uno, skip, all that right there. We changing our pick. We're going to Southern this week. We're going Southern down in Bragg with this dub. Got a little intel today. So, you know, come to find out, man. You know, we all know the news. Coach Terrence Graves, you know, being relieved of his duties. But then we got to know why he got relieved of his duties. And it wasn't just because he lost to Prairie View. All right. You know, we know there were some changes that should have been made to the staff. Come to find out, those changes weren't made. And because they looked the way they looked against Prairie View with an ineptitude offense, and you didn't make the changes, being disobedient, then we got to let you go. So now, going down to Bragg, we're going to see a new issue Jags down there with them snakes. And, you know, it's starting to get cold outside. And y'all know snakes don't do good outside in cold weather. So we got McNair calling plays officially. We're going to see a whole new wrinkle, a whole new thing down there in Tallahassee. And y'all know them snakes ain't good against the run.
KJ, let me ask you as a offensive guy, coordinator, how fast can you turn an offense around? And what I mean by that, identity, like, hey, we were doing this, but now we're doing this. How quickly? Because Southern is an inside zone team.
It's a BR, my bad, BR.
The inside zone team, that's what they do. That's who they are. You know, what does that transformation look like?
I think it's slow. If it were me, I wouldn't try to come in and wholesale change schematically, but maybe the way I call plays in terms of run to pass ratio might change. So maybe we see more of what he thinks is the best way to win. So maybe that changes, but you're not going to come in here and run a bunch of different schemes. Maybe one or two, you might see some new stuff. I'm not expecting crazy change, me personally. Because again, it's about the players. It ain't about you. It's about the players. Can they go out here and change? You change schematically what you've been doing for these last, I don't know, because you got to go back to training camp and the off season, the OTAs, et cetera, et cetera. You're not going to change and wipe all that off. Say, hey, for these next 4 days, we're going to try to master this and see what happens on Saturday. So maybe we see a wrinkle or two. But I'm not expecting wholesale changes. But the key that you could have, though, is situational calls. What are you calling? What I call gotta have it plays. Like, all right, it's third down, we're in field goal range. We got to keep this drive going. What's he going to call? Is he going to call inside zones or is he going to call something else? You know what I mean? Fourth down, what kind of calls is he calling in? After a big play, is he jumping the ball or is he just going to get back and slow this thing down? Like, so maybe some situational stuff might change, but we're not going to see a wholesale change schematically. I wouldn't imagine seeing that.
Well, KJ, in my mental Rolodex in SWAC football, this has happened quite often.
What's that?
Well, we've had an OC or a defensive coordinator relieve of his duties, and you see a whole different unit out there on the field. Numerous times. I can recall even for Jackson State, for an example. DC, I can see Big Daddy Carson. Jackson State started out the year 0-3. Robert Kelly's the DC. Big Daddy said the defense is his baby. I'm taking over play calling duties. Change personnel, change what they did on defense. Didn't lose another game for the rest of the season, and the defense was lights out. I can call some time with Alabama State. I can even recall a time or two with Southern in the past. I remember when Pete first came in there. There have been some wholesale changes on both sides of the ball in the middle of the season with SWAC football, and they've gotten some wins.
That's a good point you made, though, about personnel. You could see some people play that you maybe didn't see play, or maybe you see more of, like everybody's been asking for, more of Trey Holly. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Like, you might see more of that. But I was speaking schematically. I don't see a big change in that. But
well, to your point, no, you're not going to, hey, we're running, 11 personnel. Now we're going to change it, go to some totally different formation-wise. I get that. But I'm saying when I'm thinking about schematically, it's like, the offense, we're going to run the ball a whole lot more, but hey, formation-wise and what we do out of those formations could be different. You know what I'm saying? Again, you got video on all three quarterbacks, but again, how they utilize them this week. You know what I'm saying? What they do with them. That could pay dividends because, again, you look at the Prairie View Alcorn game. Holly only had 9 attempts. I expected Holly to get almost 30 attempts this game against FAMU. They're not good against the run. And look, McNair has a mobile quarterback. He's won with that. McNair has a loaded backs. Southern has 2 good running backs. So again, it's what they're going to do and how they utilize them. But again, the key to all of this is, and I was wrong, the game's in Baton Rouge. The thing is, it's still going to be a well-attended game. But I think with McNair making some changes, if Southern has any type of success running the ball, because again, their defense is formidable and have been all this year. The thing is, they just suck monkey balls on offense. They make some changes. FAMU can't stop the run. That's a recipe to get a W.
They came out of left field. Like, I was like, what?
What I think what's frustrating to me, Coach, is that it's not always turning around and handing the ball off to Trey Holly. That you can find ways to get him involved in the offense of saying, hey, he needs 20 to 25 touches, because what I personally have always liked to see in the SWAC, especially, is when they send that running back out in a flare motion, like a straight fly motion, and that linebacker has to make a decision on what is he going to do. Is he going to stay in the box? He's going to fly out, you know what I'm saying? And it helps with putting multiple people in conflict, and it helps the quarterback, because now, and Shador used to do it. Shador used to do it like he would shoot that running back out, that linebacker would slide, he would hit the slot guy every single time. And if that guy sat in, he would hit Wilkerson. Wilkerson would turn up and turn it and take it for 5-10. It's just, I think little things like that just help your quarterback get comfortable, simple things that make it go. So again, it doesn't have to always be, hey, here you go. Hey, here you go, Holly. Hey, it could be screens. It could be flare passes. It could be getting him out in the open space. Jet passes. I mean,
Wildcat. Like, put him in a Wildcat. Just give him the ball.
Just give him the ball. Just let him have the ball when you need to make a play. Now, I know you haven't watched a lot of FAMU, but what has been your assessment of FAMU this season, and how do you see this game going as well, Coach?
Again, I haven't watched every game. I've watched here and there. I watch a little bit when I can, because if we're traveling, it's hard for me to watch. But I guess there's no excuse now. We got SWAC TV, so that's on me. My personal problem has been, and again, I actually know the OC. When I was in LA with the Rams, he came to the internship, so I actually got a chance to work with Coach Burris, and he's a great dude, smart dude. Obviously, one of the best CFL quarterbacks ever. Like you got to give him his due. But I don't think it's necessarily just on him. I think the quarterback would even tell you that he could play better. He needs to do better for his offense and his team. I'm talking about RJ.
Yeah.
I just see too many inconsistencies with the ball, like decision making, where he's throwing, where he's putting the ball. Like, and again, going back to one of my favorite things, all completions are not created equal. Like his ball placement is not great, needs to improve. He's got to play better, number one, and they got to find a way to be the old FAMU. I'm talking about from a few years ago, where defense is where they hung their hat, and they're not hanging their hat on the defensive end right now. Too many gashes, too much air in the coverages. When I say air, everybody, I'm talking about the space between defenders is so wide open, so many eyes on the quarterback, and people just dropping the open spots. And you got receivers just running around open in the middle of the field. So it's too much air in the coverage. I mean, there's a lot of things schematically I think FAMU could be better at. And I think their coaches would tell you the same thing.
All right. Who you got winning this one, KJ?
Yeah, I'll take Southern. Trey Holly, big game for Trey Holly. I'll take Southern.
Give me a score.
Oh, shit. You put me on the spot, man. 24-20.
Okay. I guess I'm the only one taking FAMU. Since Mr. Zoe up there want to be like, got some new information. I'm going
want to share the information.
You know what I'm saying? Got the new information. What you know? New OC. True. But I'm going 24-17. Now I'm gonna say this. I think Southern is a talented team. I just think FAMU is just a little bit more talented, just as a whole. I just think they're a little bit more talented as a whole, and hopefully Cozy can get it out. Now, granted, if Southern wins, I love it even more because Cozy's that much further being gone. So again, there's no lose-lose here. There's no lose-lose for me, right? FAMU wins, I'm right. FAMU loses, Cozy's gone. It's very simple. So I'm cool with either way.
I'm gonna say this: when it comes from personnel, they're evenly matched. But being at home for Southern, no, it hadn't mattered because they. No, the regular R is what it is, but also
happy homecoming.
I'm taking McNair over Cozy any day of the week.
Oh yeah, I'll take that too. I'll take McNair over Cozy. I can do that. All right. I know you haven't watched these two, KJ, so we'll just ask you for we'll just ask you to make a random pick and a score. But
hey, no. I have watched a little bit of Valley. I'm actually impressed by Valley. Like they're not
bad, right?
They're not super talented yet, but they play the right way. Like you got to give them credit. They play the right way.
I think we are probably the only trio that feels that way about Valley because what I talked to Sam Parker at the A&M game, the OC that came from Ferris State, and I just told him I love the scheme.
Been holding out.
I just love what you guys do. It's not you don't see a lot of it and how they try to exploit the seams and exploit the coverages in multiple different ways with motion and movement and shifting. You don't see that a lot. And he says they're really, really young. They have 3 true freshmen starting on offensive line. They said he told me 80% of the players have never played Division I football before. This is their first time playing it. He said, so they're just trying to get their team together and teaching these guys how to win. But again, I just love the scrappiness. It reminds me of those Vincent Dancy teams where you didn't want to sleep on them because they could catch you slipping. So for me, for that, I'm going with Valley in this game. I'll give you my score on the next slide. What you guys owe?
These are, I know Valley is winless. Alcorn only has their one victory, but these are two teams going in 2 totally different directions. If you actually watch and feel the energy from Valley's coaching staff, they don't like to lose, obviously, but you can tell that they know that they're growing and building something and laying a foundation. You can see it. They are progressing on offense. They're making mistakes, and this is just an inexperienced team who are in the thick of the throes of trying to learn how to do all the things the right way and learn how to win. It's hard to get a win. Alcorn is just the opposite. You don't have that energy and that vibe from Alcorn's team. Remember, this is a team that won 6 games last year. And for them to regress with the same coaching staff, they're going in the opposite direction. Valley was already bad prior to this. But you can see nuances from that team just by watching them with the eye test. You can see they're getting pieces together. They're going to figure it out. And when they do, I honestly believe when they get a win, something's going to click. Not saying they're going to go on this great bench, but you can see that they're laying a foundation at Valley. They're destroying a foundation over at Alcorn. It's just the opposite. It's going in the opposite direction. They bring in all these quarterbacks. Everything is regressing. To go from 6 wins to possibly only getting 1 in year 2 is not a good look. And so, yeah, man, I got Valley in this game. I like the quarterback is better. I like what they do on offense better. Valley shows their youth week in and week out, Scotty. So the thing is, man, when they finally do get it together, getting some more talent after the season, if their staff stays together, man, they're gonna actually build on something nice going into year 2.
All right, so on you, KJ.
Same. I've got Valley. And actually, I'll take them by 2 scores.
Oh wow. Okay. Now, KJ, let me ask you this because Zoe brought up a great point with the quarterback. How hard is it to find a quarterback? Now, I want to be very, because this is, I know you have very, very tough standards. We've talked about you boy, you be out there, your standards are very.
I like what I like. I know what I'm looking for. I like what I like.
How hard is it to find a quarterback? Is it that because what I see in the SWAC and Southern Southern is the perfect example of the work, how to not recruit quarterbacks. You have 3 quarterbacks that don't do anything the same. Like they literally, anytime if your top guy went down, you completely have to change your offense up because the second guy doesn't do anything. And to me, I think a lot of SWAC schools aren't going. I know you don't like small guys, but I'm saying I don't see why most SWAC teams don't get the 5'10", 5'11" guy that has a high skill set, because usually when you're smaller, I have to be better in other areas to even get to the level that I'm trying to get to, instead of trying to force the 6'3", 6'4" guy to be perfect. But how hard is it to find a quarterback, and what are some of the attributes that you're looking for when they're coming from high school or from a JUCO or transfer?
It's always been hard for me. Matter of fact, it's funny you said that. Me and Willie Simmons were talking about that this morning.
And who told you at the beginning of the season that kid wasn't it?
Why you pointing? Sit back, bro.
Why you pointing?
Why you pointing? I got mad.
My evaluation of QBs, I'm like 80%. I'm high up there. I'm high.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. Looking for quarterbacks from the high school level, man, it's hard. Number one, especially being a SWAC school, and this is my experience, and I'm talking about me again. It's hard, number one, to find what you're looking for that fits your offense. Secondly, to get all the information you need at that spot is not an easy thing. Like you're not recruiting a receiver. Like there are a lot of intangible things that come with picking somebody that's going to have the ball in their hands every play for your team, that you're literally living or dying off of every week. I go back to 2016. No, actually it was 2015 when I was recruiting Nico Hollins. And we actually hit on that one, I would say, until we had some unfortunate things happen. But he was exactly what we were looking for. He was, number one, a leader of men. Like at the age of 18, he was a leader of men. He was a football guy. Like he loved the game. I had to kick him out of my office. That's a quarterback. Again, the leader part. Like it doesn't matter if I'm 18 or not. I'm going to show a 23, 24-year-old in these, 2025, 23, 24-year-old that get on my back. I can take you where we're going based off of the way that I work and how important it is to me. That's something that I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody who is accountable. You know what I mean? That and again, that probably goes under that leader of men, but somebody who, hey, when I mess it up, I'm gonna tell you I messed it up. And when I tell you that you messed it up, you can look at me and say, man, you just called yourself out earlier. I'm gonna take that one too, and we're gonna get better from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to find that in 18-year-olds. Trust me, I wasn't like that. I know I wasn't like that. And I played quarterback at FBR. I know I was not like that. But I'm looking for that because I know how good that can make your football team when you got somebody that they respect with the ball in their hands.
That's real.
Then we get to the football stuff of, is
arm
footwork.
talent.
Yeah, especially 18. You're not gonna get great footwork, so it's gonna be, is he a natural passer? How accurate is he with the ball? Is he gonna run as soon as he sees color? That type of stuff. But if you're a leader of men, football is important to you. If you're a good person off the field, somebody that we can put out in the community and people will respect, and you can put these colors on and make sure that you're representing us in the right way, you got a chance. Then we can get to the football stuff and all that. But a leader of men thing is big, bro. It's really big. And I've seen it at the highest level. I've seen it from Matthew Stafford. I've seen it from Kirk Cousins. I've seen it from Michael Penix. I see how they go to work every day, and they do it in different ways in terms of leading men. You got Matthew Stafford, who ain't scared to say something. Kirk Cousins is loud every day, whether he's starter 1 or starter 2. You hear him every day. And then you got Michael Penix, who's a Tampa kid. That's just, chill, got the biggest swag in the building, but, he'll say something when he's ready. Oh. So I've seen it in different ways, but they are leaders in their own right. So it's hard, man. It's hard. They don't grow on trees. You got to go find them.
I just think from what I've seen in my lifetime, like I couldn't disagree with you at all, KJ, but there's one point I do want to make. I really feel like in the SWAC, I'm not going to get to the MEAC, there have been more decent talent that was ruined in the SWAC, more so than just finding, good talent. I'll pose this question. You made a comment, KJ, about coming in the Prairie View. Like you say, you weren't that type of quarterback. Mm-hmm. But then guess what? Good coaching helped mold you.
No doubt. And I got that coach at PV, not at my previous institution.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But you got that. What I'm saying is, but you got that. Either way it goes, you didn't have that initially. Mm-hmm. And you were already in college and came to PV, but you got that from your coach. So my thing is that's the most, to me, that's the most important thing, because I'm going to be honest. It's like the term cover corner. You guys hear that all the time. But let's go to the NFL. How many true cover corners do you have? You can count them on one hand. You can really count them on one hand. Yeah. So the point I'm getting is I like to deal with the law of averages, because guess what? We're on the FCS level, but you got how many FBS schools? Over 100. You got over 100 FCS schools. So it's quarterbacks out there. The thing is, you have on the FCS level, you have to be a molder of clay. So my thing is, main thing is teaching. Second thing is development. And so, you want to see good raw clay, but on the FCS level, more than the FBS level, we have to have damn good potters. And so the thing is, do the player that you're recruiting, is it of good clay? Can I see 2? If I got these 6 attributes, now if I get all 6, we got a home run, possibly an NFL player. But the typical quarterback that we're going to get, even if we make them good, they probably won't be NFL players. They're going to be a damn good college player. It's just like saying, let me get a 0-star. By the time you graduate, it's going to be a 5-star. So the thing is, not to dispute what you're saying, KJ, but it's like if I got 6 attributes that I'm looking for, God damn it, dude, he got 3 of them? Because if he got 3 of them, and I see something in this kid, to your point, let's say I know he's a leader of men. May not have the strongest arm, but he's a leader of men. I know he's going to get in that damn film room, and he's coachable. I can work with the rest.
I got a chance.
So you see what I'm saying? Yeah, and so the thing is, now to me, it comes down to now show me how good of a coach you are. Because that guy, if I can mold that kid and then I can win with him, now it's like, okay, now it's gonna look like, guess what? Man, they recruited their ass off. No, I developed my ass off. Because I really feel like we have that in the SWAC. The only difference is we've seen that, and then it goes into reverse. I'm gonna give you an example. Robert Kent, amazing raw talent at Jackson State. Came in freshman year, man, unseated TC Taylor as a quarterback. Goes into his last year with the worst coach that Jackson State ever had in his life. I'm going to take the ball into your hand and we're going to run it 40 times a game. So you see what I'm saying? So my thing is, and he has it. Measurables, gun, the whole thing. So I can name plenty of guys. You go to like Charlie Spiller, you know what I'm saying? At Alcorn. I mean, plenty of quarterbacks, man. Eric Rundle is Southern. I can go on. Thomas Ricks is Southern.
I think, and I love your point, though, because I think if you even go a little deeper, it's are you trying to put a square peg in a round hole? And that's what I see when I see the Cam McCoys, when I see the Jalen Tolbers. I'm like, you're not bad. Like, Cam McCoy is limited. We all know he's limited. But what he does well, he does really well.
Yes.
He's probably the best. He probably has the best deep ball in the SWAC. That to me, I think he throws the best deep ball in the SWAC. he's probably the fastest, maybe the second fastest quarterback in the SWAC. I think he's probably a little faster than Andrew, if I'm being honest.
No, he's faster than Andrew.
Just explosiveness, right? But again, if I'm asking you to throw the ball 30 times, all I'm going to keep seeing is your deficiencies.
Yeah.
But it's also the types of throws that I'm asking for you. But see, my thing to your point, Scotty, is I honestly believe the right coach and the right system can actually make Cam McCoy a damn good player.
You put him in Army and put some weight on him, he's probably the player of the year in the conference.
Yeah.
Just because off a scheme. Like I'm asking what you do well, I'm going to emphasize it. Perfect example, going to Musa, right? Everybody knew what Musa was not, but Willie only showed you what he was. Like,
That's a damn good point.
Keep him in the pocket. We ain't gonna ask him to do no RPO running. We ain't gonna do none of that. It is strictly boom, 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 pow, boom, 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 pow, and he's gonna dart you up.
Look at, and Scotty, to that point, look at the difference between Rashawn McKay FAMU offensively, and you would know that, and Musa FAMU. Like, it's different.
It's totally different.
What Willie asked McKay to do, don't lose us the game. Don't lose us the game. We're going to cut the field in half. 1-2, throw it away. We'll live to fight another day. We got the best defense in the SWAC. Hey, Musa, I need you to drop back, and I need you to go through this progression. I need you to find the right guy because we just got to score points, and we got some talented guys on the outside. That's on us as coaches. We got to do what they do well, not what I want to do.
And it's very simple. And to me, and again, going into Willie at FIU, he doesn't throw the ball around the yard. We're going to run this dang thing 35 times because I got the best running back in the conference behind me. You know,
that's the mark of a good coach. Because guess what? We know he even at FIU, he wears a hoodie, he has shotgun on. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants to throw the ball, but guess what? I'm going to do the things that's going to cause us to win. But my thing is not to get too far off of it. That's why I want to bring to KJ's point about quarterback play, because I'm telling you, there's been tons of talent in this conference, bro. And not only is it getting underutilized, but then another part is it's getting underdeveloped, and they're not getting a fair chance, you know what I'm saying, to be the best version of themselves and also give them a fighting chance to matriculate to another level. And that comes down to coaching, or part of it's going to be ego. But the thing is, and to this point about recruiting and getting those guys in, I just fall in the line. Like I'm telling you, there are tons of good quarterbacks out there. But people, when you say that, they think, oh, well, he can't go to the NFL. Damn it, I don't need him to. But do I need a good college player? There are tons of damn good college QBs out there that could cut the mustard for what you need to do to get a win on Saturday. They're out there.
Facts. I agree. No, I agree. All right. South Carolina State. And the VIX, all right, and the VIX. Listen, it is rough at Norfolk State right now. Okay, they're coming into conference play. I think they have one win. Am I not mistaken, Zoe? They got one win.
Yep, one.
Yeah, it's tough. South Carolina State comes in. They have been looking a little shaky as well. They haven't really looked as dominant as people thought they would be. In out of conference, but they are the better team in this situation. I got South Carolina State by 2 scores, I believe. I hope I put that score right. I think I got them by 2 scores, maybe 10. But I don't know. Now, again, and I want to say this about, because I don't know how much KJ's watched Norfolk State. Let me say this. Norfolk State needs to throw the ball 40 times. I'm so serious. Like, they have the 2 best receivers in the conference, and they can't tell me no different. That Bama Cam and Drayshawn or it's like a Deshaun or Kendricks or something like that. Them 2 dudes are the baddest boys. They like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith bad. They're bad. Otto Coons is a damn good quarterback. They need to throw that ball 30 times and let the run kind of play off of that. But that's my 2 cents. But hopefully they go with that. If they don't, they're going to lose. KJ, you got anything on this one?
I do. I agree. You got to get the ball to Otto Kuhn and live and die with it, bro. Like, it ain't hard. We know what South Carolina State wants to do. They're going to try to, play good defense, run the ball. Shout out to Coach, Chinnisberry and his offensive coordinator, Jonathan Williams. Know both of them, good dudes, great coaches. But if Otto Kuhn just doesn't have a Steph Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type game, I don't think he can play. So yeah, I'm the same. I'm with you. Give me 2 scores, South Carolina State, to get their first MEAC win.
Shout out good coaching, because me and Scotty week 1 said go ahead and start Otto Kuhn, and we sit on the couch.
I
mean,
know, KJ. I'm 80% at quarterback evaluation. Nobody wants to believe me,
Everybody
though.
know Aldo can throw the ball. You ain't know. Calm down.
I mean, you say everybody know, but the head coach don't know that because he wouldn't start him for nothing. But Scott,
He signed the guy, right? Didn't he bring in a guy that he signed and tried to start him?
Yeah, Israel.
There could have been something behind that.
It was NIL money. It was NIL money. They paid.
Well, at the end of the day, man, it's ass whooping. It's BTA, man. South State can beat the crap out of him.
Shout out Mike Vick, man, Atlanta Falcons legend. You know, I gotta say that.
You got respect. Yeah,
do that.
That's cornrow Vic. You know, that was cornrow Vic back in the day. You know,
the original number 7. Yeah.
With the big blocky cleats. Yeah. All right. I don't know why I don't have that. Let me see. I don't have that. I thought I had the. No. I didn't put the. I didn't put the score there. Okay, it don't matter anyway. All right. It really don't. All right. Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Listen, man. Kremlin is bad. Listen, there's no way to get around it. Defensively, are they opportunistic? Absolutely. Somehow, some way, the ball just finds a way to come to Gramblin's defense. I love their DB, Raby. The D end that they have is actually second in sacks. I think his name is Wilson or Ronald Wilson, something like that. He's number 11 or number 10 on the D end. He's actually second in sacks in the SWAC. Big dude, 6'4", can really get after the quarterback. We'll see what that looks like against Jackson State's O-line, but it's just too much Jackson State for this one. For me, I'm going Jackson State on this one. What you got, Zoe? And then we go KJ.
I got JSU big in this game tomorrow, and I can tell you right now, the only word that's going to describe this game is retribution.
Oh yeah.
Retribution. And trust me, this team got on his mind to put boot to ass all up and down the strip. So that loss last year is going to reap dividends for Jack State this year. And I can tell you right now, they got on their mind to give it to the G. So I got Jack State big. I'm not going to say JSU by 40, but JSU by 30.
All right. It's on you, KJ.
Yeah, we ain't got to spend a bunch of time on this one.
I put the wrong score on this one.
30-27.
I put the wrong score. Man, I'm jacking this all the way up today. All right, so I'm gonna read you Zoe's score. He got 38-13. I think I had the same thing as well for this game, but I don't want to disrespect Zoe like that because I know he'd be like, "What? I ain't say that." Listen, Zoe I got it on paper.
It's all good. Look, it don't matter. The digits don't even matter.
All right.
Get that dub tomorrow.
Magic City Classic. You know who that bad boy is. Listen, if you at home, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Everybody! It's only one guy, man. It's only, listen, at the end of the day, Alabama A&M still ain't got no defense. Quad Brown is not playing in this game. He had ankle surgery, so he's out for the season. Andrew Body comes in. You know he probably wants some get back after that Jack State debacle on the 1-yard line. So should see. Hopefully we see a bounce back game from him. And what I mean by that is I hope Chris Barnett doesn't RPO us like inside zone to death because he wants to go back to running that basic ass offense that he does. But I got Bama State big in this one. I think I got like 41 or something. 41-24, something like that. That's what I got on this one. KJ, what you got?
Yeah, I think this game is number 1 on Andrew Body. What you gonna do? Big stage. Guy has played a lot of football, so I expect the best out of him. It's gonna be on Eric Hanley, man. Like how close can you keep it? Can you sustain this offense? Who, if you look at the numbers, again, I'm not a big numbers guy, but because I haven't watched a lot of A&M, I had to go look at some numbers to at least be somewhat familiar with them. They kind of still are doing well in the conference offensively. So, it'd be interesting to see what they can put together. I think they had a bye week too, right, leading up to this game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you get 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent. We expect a lot of production, offensively and defensively. Can you slow down the best player in the SWAC and HBCU football? One of the best in FCS football. Can you slow him down and give yourself a chance? I don't think so. I think it's a 2-score game for Alabama State.
All right, Zoe's on you.
Make no mistake, I got Alabama State huge in this game, but I'm just wondering You know, being that this is a high pressure, huge rivalry, will body press or Alabama State press by one to score big or perform super well off of the Jack State game. If they run to that, but I only could feel that way if Quad Brown was playing. I was really looking forward to Quad Brown being in this game. I was really looking forward to the game because I was thinking that I'm a huge Quad Brown fan. I love his skill set. I think it would have been a high scoring game. I still would have picked Alabama State to win that game, but just a super offensive, shootout. But without Quad Brown, that backup quarterback is actually okay. But I just think
Eric good. The freshman is nasty.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good, man. But it's just bodies. Alabama A&M can't provide any resistance. The only thing they can pray for is to get some type of turnovers. But unfortunately, Alabama State hasn't been a high turnover team on offense this year. So with that being said, man, I got Alabama State huge in this game.
Yeah,
can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sam Shade is a defensive guy, right? What do you think they're lacking defensively at A&M?
Well, don't ask Scotty that because he's gonna go with his famous quote.
What?
You can't be the head guy and that be the problem on the ball. Like that doesn't make sense to me. That's like
whatever your specialty is, that what your team got to be special in.
Your team got to be special in. That is that is the most idiotic thing.
But I'm gonna say this. I agree with you 1,000%. But I'm always willing to give a mulligan to that, at least in the first year. Because you may not have everything position-wise lined up the way you wanted to get it that way. I agree with you 1,000%. But I wouldn't expect Sam Shade to have a top 3 defense in year 1. You know what I'm saying?
That jank looked like Maynard.
I know he can't be the worst.
Looked like Maynard Part 2. It looked like a sequel of Maynard. That's how bad it looked. It don't even – because I look at it like this. Prairie View wasn't – I won't say they were a bad defensive team last year, but they weren't. They were very basic. Like, I mean, just cover 3 quarter. I mean, and they just sat in it. Like, literally just sat in it. And it was just.
But they still got the guys, and that matters.
No, last year, no. They didn't have the guys to just sit in it. Like now the couple years before that, when they went against I think it was Bubba's like first year. They had a mean D line. I'm talking about they had studs all over. Yeah. They had studs all over that D line, so they could just literally sit in that cover 3 and just you didn't have time, right? Well, now and KJ talked about it where it looks different, right? It's just like what do I don't know what I'm looking at. This guy's dropping. Is he a safety? Is he a linebacker? Is he extra in the box? It just looks different, so it's a little bit of confusion. With Sam Shade, it's just you're just getting beat. You're just getting whooped, just absolutely whooped. And again, I'm not a defensive guy, so I can't tell you exactly what needs to be done or how it needs to get done. But it got to get fixed, right? It has to be fixed. And I don't, I tell when I was coaching defense for my youth football team, I tell them, listen, it's when I was coaching my team, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm an offensive guy. They didn't have a defensive coordinator, so I just stepped up and tried to help out. But it's a want-to attitude. Like you gotta want to stick your nose in it. Like you gotta listen. If I have it to where the safety has to come and field, you can't be scared to field. You gotta want to. And I think like the Bama States and like a lot of these teams that aren't, a lot of them don't have the want to from the secondary to really feel like that they need to. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
You listen over to Scotty Ryan.
Yeah, I'm trying. But but at the end of the day, what it is with Sam Shade, like that last year with Miles and Kendrick's in the chat, and he could probably help out. But that last year with Miles, if I'm being honest, the whole defense was nasty for real. Like, I mean, from the front end to the back end, the secondary, but that front 4 was different. And that, to me, if you look at any of the best defenses that have come out the SWAC, the front 4 and that front 7, even Bama State's last year, they're different. When you got them guys up in the front 7 that's different, it just helps everybody else out in the back end. You don't have to be special in the back end. You just got to be serviceable. But when them front 4 guys are nasty and they legit, you're going to be a problem because most people can't block you. And that's what it really comes down to. So hopefully he can find the trench players that he's needing and looking for. But he better get it fixed because ain't nobody trying to see no Maynard Part 2 out here. Right?
Their worst thing for them though is that for all their deficiencies, the worst thing for Alabama A&M is that they don't tackle well. That's the worst thing against them. They're not a good tackling defense. Now you add Andrew Body to the mix of that just goes, that goes against what they have. And I don't care what it is. If you can't, like I say, people always want to talk about, getting turnovers or, being great on third down. My thing is, if you aren't good statistically in those types of things, man, just be good enough sometimes to just get out the field, hook or crook. If you can get out the field and you and play complimentary football, at least in that regard, you give yourself a chance, and they can't do that.
I wasn't in the Hall of Fame. We got
Scotty Ryan.
Yeah, we got beat in the playoffs pretty bad. All right. It was against a team that only lost to Cam Newton's team.
Hey, but you can say I'm not a defensive guy. I'm an offensive guy.
I'm an offensive guy, and I was damn sure helping our offensive coordinator call them plays. Though. All right, game of the week. Man, listen. Zoe, who would have thunk it? What, 9 weeks ago?
Man, right now, if we had a production team, I say, man, run the tape back from August. I promise. I say, run the tape back from August.
Again, my quarterback rating is high. My team prediction is pretty high. But this Delaware, listen, you can put me in Vegas for this Delaware State. I called it. I called the wins. Okay, I called the wins. Listen, okay. Now, KJ, you're a coach. You do this. Me personally, I think it's a victory for Deshaun if this game comes down to one score and they lose. I feel it's a victory because you're talking about a Delaware State team that hadn't won. They won one game in the last 2 years, and you're taking the best team in HBCU football down to one score where you can't stop a nosebleed on defense. I think that's a great place to be at, to where you're walking in rooms and walking into recruits' doors and saying, hey, listen, we're not that far away. We're really not. And to me, I believe they can win this game if things play out the right way. If they're able to, and Zoe, you made a great point, and I'm not going to steal it, but for me, it's run the ball, and let everything else fall as it may. And as long as Delaware State can make Walker Harris have to beat them in this game, I think they have an opportunity to win this game. Zoe, and then KJ, you can end it for us.
So listen, I know when we get into this game, man, everybody want to get into the offense. We know we'll talk about Central's defense, but it's one thing that's an outlier here. It's a difference in what they want to do on offense. We all know that Delaware State's going to run the ball, and Central's going to run the ball fairly good amount as well with Mosley. The difference is they're going to utilize Walker Harris, and they should. You're going to utilize the tight end. The difference is how they run and what they do with the run. I think Delaware State is going to counter-react Central because, like I mentioned earlier, Delaware State defense is the worst between the two. Delaware State in this game, remember, if they get turnovers, it can happen because they're going to run the ball quite a bit on both sides. Fumbles, but also just being able to get some incompletions on third down to get off the field. Because the difference in Delaware State running the ball and Central running the ball is going to be night and day. Delaware State can take the air out, they can take the air out of the ball and milk that clock. If Delaware State has success sustaining drives, it's going to bode to work well for them and counter-react against Central. Because it's going to running and have success is going to work twofold for Delaware State more so than Central. Delaware State will essentially be wearing down Central defense, milking that clock, and then resting their defense. And it's going to generate pressure on Central. Can Central score quick? Possibly so. But Walker Harris isn't good under pressure either when you get pressure to him. So again, and also when we talk about the running game, go look at who all touches the ball for Delaware State. The big difference for Central.
They got 4.
If you go look at if you look at the carries alone on this year, Mosley has 127 carries. The next best carry, the second most attempts, 45 attempts. It's a huge drop off. It's almost 100 carries in difference. Delaware State, night and day. They're utilizing way more running backs. Kobe Boykins just started to come on scene in the past 2 games with some good productivity. So again, they have more bell cows. They have more workhorses. And again, add the quarterback to that mix is another ball carrier. So again, it's going to come down to how well Delaware State can get off the field on defense and how they can sustain drives, getting first down and maintaining the clock on offense.
All right, KJ.
Isn't it Central's homecoming?
Yes. As a, you know what, just as an HBCU alum, he went first. The first thing he went to was
the environment.
Isn't it homecoming? Okay.
So we're expecting an environment, number one, which goes back, number one, to your point about if it's close, you got to give props to Deshaun Jackson and his staff for preparing them for this environment, because I've been to Central's homecoming. I remember I took a visit there when I was still playing or whatever. Before I went to PV, I took a visit to Central. And they got a nice little setup. Like they do it right. So for Deshaun and his team to get, and his staff to get them prepared would be a big time accomplishment in itself. Now, you stupid though. But man, let's be honest about this. All right. The head coach for North Carolina Central is not going to, at least he's going to try not to allow this Delaware State to do what they do, right? His whole mantra, and I'm guessing, is going to be, you're not beating me by running the ball. Mm-hmm. And we all know Delaware State is one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. I expect Trey Oliver to maybe not stop it, but he might slow it down enough for them to be good, because I don't think Delaware State's defense is any good. They're average at best defensively. So Walker Harris just needs to keep the train on the tracks. They'll run the ball well enough. Central will. How much can they slow down Delaware State's running game is going to be the key to the game. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest with you, I think Central's going to win this game pretty easily. 17-point win for.
Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way. 17. Ain't no way.
Trey Oliver.
Thanksgiving.
Coach better HBCU football, dog. We ain't gonna, don't act like it don't.
17 points?
Nah.
Homecoming? How many of them boys at Delaware State been in big environments like this? Like this, it's different. Oh, and you know it's different.
I mean, is it?
Remember that. I'm talking about operation.
Is it?
I'm talking about operation. Hold on. I'm talking about the operation between offensively getting plays in and out, offsides, penalties. All that stuff is part of the game now.
This is my caveat, right? This is my caveat. The thing for me is this: I haven't been to the Nest, so I can't. I'm only speaking as just a football guy. It only takes 1 or 2 big plays to silence that crowd. Because listen, that's one thing about HBCU fans. Okay, it don't take much to quiet you down. It really don't. It really does not. One big touchdown, one big run, things aren't going your way. That whole crowd atmosphere gets on mute real quick. So, go ahead.
I was going to add this to your point, KJ. You keep saying it's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
If the game is close, that's advantage Delaware State.
The pressure.
I think
make no mistake. Make no mistake about it. Because here's the thing: the one thing working for Delaware State, they're playing with house money.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
They're playing with house money. If the game is close, because it's not just homecoming, Central, all in Celebration Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm telling you. Oh, that ass will get real tight. Real tight. Listen. Central. Look, Delaware State's playing loose. They're loose. I'm telling you, Delaware State playing loose. You got a team. I'm telling you, the main thing in this game, no matter what, no matter who you think gonna win, no matter how you think it's gonna play out, understand this: if Central cannot contain the run, it's gonna be a long day at the office, and I'm telling you, it's gonna give a damn good chance for Delaware State to pull the upset.
You just got to remember too, That coin flips too now. They got to stop Central as well.
Yeah.
Who got the best coordinator in HBCU football? Offensive coordinator.
NCCU by far. But I would also say that they haven't seen slouches at defensive coordinator. I mean, at offensive coordinator. They went to Delaware. They played Delaware tough. If it wasn't
that was week 1, right?
That was week 1. They played Delaware tough, right? Monmouth. They played Monmouth in a straight shootout. Hey, it was really whoever had the ball last.
Right.
And they really should be 5-2. Let's keep it a buck.
The Sacred Heart game was just a straight. They just straight robbed them on the Sacred Heart game. Threw the quarterback out in the first quarter for that. But again, Deshaun Jackson said something on the MEAC call this week, and I never thought about it like this when he said it. He said they asked him what has he focused on in the bye week, coming into this game. And he said, a lot of people think that you would focus on what you did wrong or what you don't do well. He said, but we also try to make our strength a bigger strength. How can we get more runs? How can we get
longer runs?
Yeah, longer runs. Instead of it being 20, how did it become 30? Instead of it being 10, how can it become 15 and 20? And I never thought about it because everybody always talks about your deficiencies. You know what I'm saying? He says we're going over of guys seeing why didn't they hit the hole like this, or why didn't they press the hole like this, and why? Because we can do better there and we can get better there. So making the strength an even bigger strength. I was like, wow, that's a good point. But overall, I can't. When I tell you, I'm excited for this game to be exciting. I'll say that. That's number one. And my whole premise was this year for Delaware State, and I said it, and Zoe heard me. I said, Del State's going to clip one of the big dogs. It's either going to be South Carolina State or NCCU. I'm cool with it being both. But I said one of them jokers is going to get clipped. They beating everybody else. Everybody else getting whooped. That ain't even a question. Morgan, Howard, they getting demolished. Norfolk State, that game in Philadelphia is going to be an ass whooping. But this game right here, to me, and I'm glad you said that, KJ, if they keep this game close and it's a 38-34 win or loss, to me, that is a great point to build on when you do not have a defense. I mean, they literally do not have a defense at all. And they average, 38 points per game, 35 points per game? So.
But here's the thing. We're talking about, and Scott, I'm glad you mentioned it. If you could, I want you to go to the MEAC website and pull the actual stats up, because as bad as we say that Delaware State's defense is, there's not much difference between them and Central. It's not this huge gap. It's not.
All right, let me go.
It's not. So they are a lot closer as competitors than people may actually realize.
Let me see. Sports. Football.
If you go look at rush defense and you look at pass defense, I think the difference is, especially even like passing offense, I think Central may have like 12 more passing touchdowns on the season, but rush defense and passing defense, it's not like Central is number 2 and Delaware State's last. They're last, I believe, in pass defense, but rush defense, they're middle of the pack. They're closer. They're a lot closer to what people think.
All right, let me see here. Pulling it up right now. Bring this down. Bring this back up. All right, here we go. Offensively, Del State, 38 points per game. Defensively, 26 points per game, 28 points per game. Does it break down even further? Oh, here we go.
No, you go. You team stats. You go to rushing and then go to pass.
Rushing.
Click rushing.
I click rushing.
Yeah, you good. Now go down. Go to offense first. I mean, you can see offense and defense. Delaware State leads the country. 325 yards.
325 yards per game is crazy when you don't even do a triple option or no like wing T, just straight downhill running. And Morgan State, I mean that's not bad.
Look at rush defense. Central give a whole 29. But look how many touchdowns Central gives up. 4 more. Look at Delaware State. I told you they're close.
What stat is this?
This is rushing defense.
Oh.
All right, let me go to passing. Offense, Del State's 160, North Carolina Central 262.
I told you, and they double them up in touchdowns. But again, Delaware State doesn't throw nearly as much as Central does.
Yeah. And then defensively, woo, that's where it comes down to right there. What
Flip that coin over.
you
Flip
dead
that coin
last.
over.
You dead last in passing, baby.
But here's the thing. I think Delaware State in this game scenario, if Delaware State were to shut down the rest of the game, I'm just follow me. If they were able to contain Mosley, and Central had to get away from the run to pass the ball, to me that's advantage Delaware State.
Yeah,
because again they can milk the clock. That's why this game will be won and lost on how well Delaware State is able to run the ball tomorrow, not Central. If Delaware State is able to have great success running the ball tomorrow, Delaware State, if they don't turn the ball over, will win this game.
You say it all the time, though. If my auntie had a pecker, she would be my uncle. I mean, you say it. That's your line. I'm just saying.
I'm not giving a whole bunch of ifs. I'm saying the game will be won solely on that stat. Delaware State is able to win the ball. If Delaware State is not able to have success running the ball, Central will win this game. Point blank. Period. Delaware State is able to have success running the ball, get close to their average, they will win this game. That's where the game will be won and lost at. This and turnovers.
I remember this because me and KJ had a conversation at halftime, and he just said, and I asked him, I said, "Yo, what's going on with this NCCU defense?" He said, "They're not just doing their run fist right, and they're not making tackles." Yeah. He said, "This is not a Trey Oliver team. Second half, they'll fix it, get it right," and that's exactly what they did. And they didn't get another long run all game.
Hey,
so
one of my sayings, I don't know a whole lot, but I know what I see.
So I got no credit. We had a whole conversation. I said, man, what's going on with this? He said, they not doing their run fist right. They missing tackles. He said, but he gonna fix it. He gonna get fixed. And they got fixed. They got fixed real quick in a hurry. All right, guys, final thoughts on the season, and I mean not the season, but just week 9 and just some of your things overall that you see. Zoe, on you.
Look, good slate of games tomorrow, man. Look, definitely gonna be checking out the Central Delaware State game to see how it goes. But the MEAC, I believe, will shift on tomorrow. And then again, we got the usual cast.
1 o'clock, baby. I'm boy, that thing right.
Look, I'm on it. Starting some rotate early, but yeah, I think the MEAC will shift on tomorrow, and the SWAC, man, it's the usual cast of characters, man. Go pay attention to the Southern FAMU game as well as the Jack State Grambling game, and just go from there, man. Looking forward to good slate of games. See if we'll have some upsets and just roll from there.
All right, KJ, guest, we appreciate you for coming through, man, as always.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Yeah, final thoughts, man. Just excited about the second half of the season, or I guess the last 40% of the season, whatever it is right now. Excited to see this Magic City Classic. I want to see what Andrew's going to do, man. Lights is on you. Again, we've all kind of already nominated him as the guy in HBCU football, so I expect to see the guy tomorrow.
No.
Stop, Scotty. Stop, Scotty.
No. I've been nominating him for 3 years.
That's fine. I'm talking about right now. We're talking about right now. Stop talking about old stuff, man. We're talking about right now. Yeah, so excited about that. Excited to see a Trey Oliver team tomorrow. Like, it's a lot of pressure, like you said, Zoe, on them. Who are you going to be? Is the tide going to turn, or are they going to say not so fast? I'm excited to see that, man, and just excited overall. Like I said, HBCU football, I still keep up with it, love it, because that's home for me. So I'm always going to have my ear to the ground with HBCU football, man. It's excited and can't wait to see it.
Of course, he gonna have his ear to the streets. PV winning. No matter what your mama say. No matter what your mama say about the West, we 4-0. We
can only play who's on our schedule, man.
Oh man, listen. Final thoughts is this, man. I'm hopefully they're. My final thoughts is looking forward. I hope that the new batch of coaches that are going to make their way into HBCU football adds the parity that we've been looking for. Again, we all understand every conference has an Alabama. Every conference has a you know, a Clemson during their runs, or you know, a Michigan during their run, or a Oregon during their run. But it's the competitive nature of those games, right? It's the Vanderbilt, it's the Auburn's taking you down to an overtime. It's the Vanderbilt's taking you into a 1-2 score game. Like that's really all we're looking for, is just the games to be more competitive. And that's what I'm asking from the new batch of coaches that are coming into the SWAC, that they understand how to recruit, they understand how to get after it, they understand the limitations that HBCUs have, and that they come in with a better mindset to make these games more competitive. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson and what he's doing at Delaware State, because nobody in their mama outside of me and this man at the top left and me said that they will be in this position. So I don't give a damn what happens tomorrow. I'm taking my dub with me, okay? I'm taking the mere fact that people are doing I'm doing a watch party for Delaware State is a win. It's a win. And just like I told KJ 3 years ago that boy Andrew Body was that guy, I'm here again. I'm here again making good on my claims. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, at the end of the day, week 9 is going to be exciting. Vegas, the opportunities that these kids have and that they're getting is one of a kind, man. And I just hope that at the SWAC finishes strong. And again, next year, man, I'm just hoping that the Sam Shades, you know, I think Cedric will be gone. You know, Mickey Joseph will be gone. I'm just hoping that there's an elevation in coaching, and that maybe one day we can see this purple and gold in one of these open positions and taking over. But while you're not, we appreciate you, KJ, man. We know you're busy.
I'm trying to get you to Southern, KJ.
Hey, I'll put it like this. I've had the same phone number since I was in the 11th grade.
For real? Since the 11th grade? That's crazy. Dang, 11th grade? That's wild.
I always pick up the phone. I put it that way. I always pick up the phone.
Hey, listen, can't hurt to get a call, man. Can't hurt to get a call. I know FAMU like, no, we're going to get our call first. No. Everybody's available. Everybody's welcome to make the phone call. But hopefully we'll see you on the sideline soon. If it's not SWAC, it's Power 4, Power 5, you know what I'm saying? And you doing your thing as well. And have you back on some more time and talk about how the PWI is working.
Yeah, if PV gets to the SWAC championship, you know I'm coming back.
Oh, Jesus. Who? That's not even. That's not even a real. Come on, bro. Like the West is bad, KJ. The West is bad.
That's gonna be all time. You're gonna be glad.
What you want us to do?
That's gonna be the whole time you're gonna be glad.
They gonna get back into the championship game and get mollywopped as always.
Back, right? You said back, right? Like we've been kind of running the West for the last 5 years or something like that.
Running the West. That's what you call it.
How many times we been in the championship last 4? Never mind.
3 years.
I see y'all in a few weeks.
How many championships have you won? Is the question.
I won one.
How many times have your team in the past 5 years? How many championships?
You was wrong about that last week. Now you talking about we ain't won one. I said
you won 1 in 60 years.
I got it right there. If you need to see.
I know it. Name another one.
Oh, all right. The one
exactly.
Exactly.
If you can hunt, you can hear.
Okay.
1 in 60.
What I proclaimed I never proclaimed Michael Vick was going to have a good season. I never said that. I said I want to see Michael Vick at Norfolk because of the Michael Vick experience, but there hasn't been a Michael Vick experience because they don't believe in promoting. And Michael Vick is very demure, like he's very, very calm, very low key. So it doesn't have the same effect. I've never said that about Michael Vick. I never said that. I did not. If you can find the clip, please show me, because I never said that he was going to have a great year. Never said that.
Now we always excited about the Vic hire. We can go back. We talk about this show all the time.
Until y'all seen the press conference.
Oh, the press conference was so trash.
Horrible.
Oh,
yeah, we talk about it all the time.
Oh, that press conference. I ain't never seen a press conference so bad in my life. And if you want to get mad about talking about something, why y'all always bashing HBCUs? Because they put crap like that out. Camera sitting sideways like this in an official press conference for Michael Vick. We're not talking about Alonzo Hampton. I'll be okay if you did that with Alonzo Hampton. Camera sitting like this, heads in the camera. I'm cool with that. It's Alonzo Hampton. Nobody gets
it was downhill since then too.
It's UABB. You're talking about Michael Vick at Norfolk and the camera sitting like this? What? Where they do that at? Anyway, hey guys, man, we appreciate your time. KJ, appreciate you. Zoe, make sure you take Mika out to a nice place. Listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'ma holler. God bless. Let's see if we can get them 12 fans out there to homecoming there, KJ.
13 with you.
Tremaine.
Hey.
Tremaine.
Hey. Homecoming next year. What's up?
Hey, oh, KJ, you slipping. You supposed to come on the show and say happy homecoming, Southern. You
I
slipping.
think I said it when he was talking about Southern.
He did say, he said happy homecoming.
I slid it in there.
If you're not playing a good team, I'm not coming to homecoming. I come for the football game. Now, I don't know what the rest of y'all Bama's coming to do. You know
Yes, you do. The fan told Coach Jack on Twitter. They come to get out the mud one last time. You know what I'm saying?
Come watch us get a dub, and then I'll take you around homecoming.
Depends on who y'all playing. If y'all, because listen, let me just say this. I went to A&M. They played Valley. Wasn't the best team, but I had a great experience. All right, sideline, corporate seating. You know what I'm saying? You the bit. You hey, listen. You the guy. You the
I got the president number. I gotta do to get the president on the phone. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So when I bring my wife, she has a standard.
Hey, she a sports person too, so she don't be playing like it's gonna be right.
Okay.
All I know if T Jack head on to Birmingham, Alabama, we need the other KJ.
Hey man, stop putting that out there, man. Okay. Can we win first? Can we win some games?
Just say it.
Golly.
Oh man, all right, man. We about to get up out here, man. Listen, till next time. You know. He said, "Give me win some games."
Yeah, we just started winning. Y'all trying to kick him out, man. He good.
Let him eat. Let him eat. Let the big dog eat. Oh man, listen, we out, man. Peace. Y'all crazy. That man said he just got here.